Okay, today's recipe is vegetable skewers. Some people try to avoid eating meat, and so I wanted to make sure I had at least a few recipes in the book that have no meat, or you can substitute yourself to make it a meatless meal. So this one is in two parts. We have the sauce and we have the skewers. For the sauce, you need a quarter 16-ounce jar roasted red bell peppers, drained, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, sea salt, and pepper to taste. For the skewers, you need 1 red bell pepper, 1 orange bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, 1 zucchini, 1 red onion, 1 canned potatoes, 1/2 pound cherry tomatoes, and 1/2 pound mushrooms. If you're going to use an oven, preheat to 350 degrees and line a baking sheet with foil. If you're going to be grilling, prepare your grill and preheat for about 15 minutes. For the skewers, you cut your vegetables so that they are close to the same size, and usually 1.5 to 2 inch pieces is good for the skewers. If the mushrooms are large, go ahead and cut those in half or smaller. Cut the ends of the stems off. A lot of places where I've read, they say don't rinse your mushrooms in water, just use a brush and brush them off. Personally, I like to rinse them and then pat them dry. I've been at my son's baseball games where he had the playing field was across the street from the mushroom factory, and the smell was unbelievable. And I used to have to take a knit glove and soak it in perfume so that I could put it over my face and breathe through it if the wind was blowing in the wrong direction at the game. So yeah, I like to rinse mine off. I know what they're grown in. Zucchinis, go ahead and cut those up to about 1/2 inch thick. It calls for an entire red onion, but some people don't like as much onion, so it's up to you and your taste. Cooking is a lot like potion making. You make it to your own needs, your own personal taste. I can't find my jar that goes with my immersible blender, so I use an old French press glass coffee pot, and it works just perfect, nice and deep. So for the sauce, it calls for the quarter jar of the bell peppers, and so it's an estimate. You don't want to use the liquid. You want to leave the liquid in the jar and just take out the peppers. My favorite measuring spoons are the stainless steel round ones, but really when I have to scoop out of a jar, I have to switch over to the elongated ones so that it fits in the hole. And a dear friend gave me this nice little salt cellar. I really like it, and it works perfect for my Celtic sea salt, which tends to stick together. It doesn't go through a shaker very good, so it's a nice little find. And then you go ahead and you blend it until it's a nice, even consistency. Now you notice I have my skewers that have been soaking in water. That keeps them from burning, especially if you're going to put them on the grill. They need to be soaked. When you make your skewers, make sure that you either have a mushroom or a pepper at each end, because that keeps everything else from sliding off. And be mindful too of where you put your onions. I know when I have skewers that include meat, I like to put the onion next to the meat to give it a little more flavor. And in this case, where you have potatoes that are fairly bland, it's nice to have onion next to the potatoes. When you're putting it together, consider the colors, the textures, and the shapes. It's really a piece of art. Leave it up to your own creativity. It's amazing how Mother Nature gives us such beautiful, beautiful vegetables. You can either put the sauce on before or after, but if you're going to use a grill, I would probably want to put the sauce on afterwards, after you take it off the grill, so that it doesn't burn all over the grill. And if you want, you can reheat your skewers a little bit after you've put the sauce on, but the vegetables are warm enough that it warms up the sauce.